look, I you know how I feel about the draft. I am ambivalent. I feel like a like Victorian era businessman with my kids, or gentlemen, I should say, because business maybe sully me a bit. But like, I don't really care about my kids when they're young, and I just ignore them. I send them off to boarding school, and eventually they show back up at 16. Hopefully they become impressive and they can get some attention and love from me. It's going to be hard earned, but like, that's how I view NBA draft picks. So like, I will say this, because I always expect every draft pick to just disappear into the ether, and then I'm pleasantly surprised when one of my kids actually does make me proud. I'll take a chance on a guy that's 6'11", 230 with a 38.5-inch vert. Like if we're just going to talk about raw physical skill sets, and we talked about it the other day, but Yves Missi, Mr. Missi, he's again, I 6'11", 230 and a 38.5-inch vertical. Born in Belgium, raised in Cameroon. Older brother played at Harvard. Both his parents played for the Cameroonian national team. His stats at Baylor, 10 points, 6 boards, block and a half per game. He cannot shoot. But I guess that's the thing, right? Like, you don't really need him to. Now, I'm not entirely sure long-term if he does work out. How effective will him and Zion be together if he can't space the floor at all? But then again, look, the Pelicans love drafting defense. They're looking for more rim protection. And when you look at his skill set, his athleticism, you have another super long athletic body that can play that positionless defense with an emphasis on rim protection. And think about at times last year when the Pelicans felt like they were operating at their best, and you would have Herb Jones out there, Trey Murphy out there, Dyson Daniel out there, and everybody just had like 7-foot wingspans. Now, maybe in a year or two, Missi works out, and you got him out there as well, and he can switch onto anybody. So, again, I have no idea if he'll be good or not, but 38.5-inch vert at 6'11", guys.
He was trending towards the Pelicans for like a week now, like 10 days. And so it's like, it's not a secret that they really liked his game. And so they got the guy that they wanted from where they were drafting.
Yep.
And he was ESPN.com ranked 22nd overall. You get him at 21. So about where a lot of people thought he would go anyways. You mentioned some of his strengths, being explosive. That is certainly a strength. His length is a strength. For ESPN and their draft analysts, weaknesses: he lacks polish, experience, and the physicality to maximize his ability as a rim protector and rebounder. He has room, though, to improve his scoring versatility and awareness as a passer. Feels like they still think he's kind of raw.
Yo, he's very raw. I want to say, so this is what I didn't understand. The other day when we were talking about him, I want to say that we said something along the lines of he started playing basketball at like 16, but both of his parents were on the Cameroonian national team. And his older brother played at Harvard. Yeah. So what the hell happened there? Like, why wait till I don't know the full story. But yeah, he's absolutely raw. But, like in the NFL draft, Jake, we talk about, there's more of a debate on like, do you draft the guy with the really good proven film that you can play, or do you just draft the physical freak that maybe underperformed in college, but you feel like I can fix him? In the NFL, that can go either way. In the NBA, because of the age of these cats, 18, 19 years old, like in football, generally I fall on the side of like go with the guy with the good film that proves that he can play. In the NBA, I kind of tend to fall on the opposite side, where I'll take the more unproven, the more raw guy that just has unlimited physical potential and see how, because all these cats are 18 and 19 years old. Like, they have so much room to grow, literally and figuratively.
Yeah, here's the post-draft analyst of the pick. He was strongly linked to New Orleans, as we mentioned, throughout the pre-draft process, with the Pelicans in the market for more athleticism and size at center. While he likely won't contribute big minutes next season, meaning the Pelicans will still need to add veteran help at the position, he is a late-blooming prospect who won teams over throughout his surprise one-and-done season and during the workout circuit. So, still, Pelicans looking probably for a veteran at that position because we talked about it yesterday. Your backup, Larry Nance, who comes in, gives you great minutes. Like, you like him in that role. So if you add another backup center, do you still need to add a starting center?
Yeah, I think you definitely had a starting center. But I do love having Larry Nance on the roster for this, though, because, I mean, who better to kind of teach Missi how to be a pro? And although everything at this point is going to be super positive in terms of coverage, in terms of what the Pelicans are saying about the player, let's just still, I don't mind repeating it, and we'll judge over time whether or not we believe it to be true. But they seem to have really fallen in love with his mindset and his maturity. And although, again, I know in hindsight, and when a guy is gone, you tend to be maybe a bit more honest, or maybe it behooves you to say things like, well, and that's what held back Jackson Hayes. He was just too immature. But, like, there's been some whispers or some kind of talk surrounding that, and that in terms of mental makeup, they really like what they saw out of Missi in the interview process and the maturity that he approached the game with. And so, again, we'll see over time. No great expectation, but 6'11", 30. Guys, 38.5 inch vert. Think about that. Like, who jumped to that in the NFL this year? Would that have been first at the NFL Combine or damn near?
What, 38?
Yeah.
Maybe at the no, there was a 40 at the Combine.
There was a 40
Malik
at the Combine?
got 40 at Pro Day.
Okay, so Malik got a 40 at Pro Day. How tall is Malik?
He's not 6'11".
He's 6 foot? 6'1"? How tall
Yeah.
is Malik, actually?
Yeah, probably 6'1".
That's 6'1"?
Yeah.
This man's a foot taller
Maybe.
and can jump as high. I mean, I really struggle. It's like when you read about Wilt Chamberlain and you understand that Wilt Chamberlain's thought to maybe have the largest vertical in history. 48 inches estimated. Unbelievable, which is even more mind-blowing. But I'll take 6'11" and 30.5. So we'll see, Missi. We will see. I'm more interested in the Brandon Ingram trade news cycle, although there hasn't been any particular developments yesterday.
Were you watching the draft at all? Did you watch?
No,
any
I
of
did
it?
not watch. I
Recap?
watched. I was going to watch The Boys, and I just wasn't feeling it, so I watched an episode of Fallout last night.
All right.
Fun show.
I wasn't like locked into it, but I was going back and forth because I know I've got to talk about it in depth, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Later on today, but so 16. The Sixers, a team that BI has been kind of linked to a little bit. Well, the commissioner gets up there, Adam Silver, and he's like, all right, we've had a trade. I'm like, here it is. Like, I really thought we were about to find out something about BI here, but it wasn't. It was just that Bub Carrington, the pick at 14 for the Blazers, had been traded. And I was like, oh, Adam, let me down. I thought we were about to have some juicy details here.
I am not even close to a basketball expert. I'm an NBA enjoyer. Because of that, I allow myself very layman opinions, right? And I allow myself very surface level thoughts, and I just can't stop thinking about Zion and Trae Young together. I get it. Like, you can tell me that DeJounte Murray's like better because of the defense and this or that, but I just see Trae Young handling the ball. Pelicans need a point guard. You mentioned the assists yesterday. Excellent shooter and one of the best lob throwers in the entire NBA. Please. Again, you like the real NBA heads, chance, all the real Pelicans fans that go deeper than I do, feel free to put your energy into other trade hopes. But no, I would desperately love. And you know what? I don't know if it seems like the Pelicans front office seems to be leaning more Murray than Trae Young, but it'd be pretty damn sexy. I can't help myself. I think I would immediately buy a Trae Young Pelicans jersey, which my Pelican jersey collection of jerseys that are no longer relevant is becoming increasingly long, as a couple of BI jerseys will be getting retired here pretty soon.
You had the CJ though.
I still got the CJ.
Yeah.
Still got Zion.
Yeah.
So I just need another. I just need another 3. I should have invested in Trey Murphy a while ago. Still probably a good investment jersey wise for anybody out there wondering who to choose. Glad I avoided the Jackson Hayes investment that I was thinking about for a while there. It's impossible that you saw Jackson Hayes dunk the ball and you were like, I want that jersey now.
Yeah, I almost went Larry Nance.
Not a bad one.
Yeah,
not a bad one, because somebody that I think will be around for a minute. But either way, I think I don't know. I think I like the pick. So we'll see. And I want to see what
you're going at 21.
Yeah, exactly. You just shoot your shot and hope for the best.